to air pollution and other problems, and the state could lose. Get out of my shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually incorrect. It's not that it's electric vehicles. It's that if we don't meet the commitments under the Paris Climate Accord.
Okay, it does. Okay, you also were in my shot before that.
I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit that like button, share my videos. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure your notification buttons are turned on to all. Subscribe to my alternative channel just in case YouTube give me the slip or something. You'll know how to find me. Don't forget to check me out with all the podcasts and follow me on Rumble in the Jungle. All the links are listed below. If you want to donate to my channel, feel free. Those links are below as well. They have raggedy, and I mean raggedy candidates. I mean, this squad sucks. Right about now, the Democrats are the bad news bears. The Democrats right now got a squad that if they were playing football, you would be going, who are we playing these guys? Are we playing? Is that one kid's uniform on backwards? Are you kidding me? Helmet completely turned around. Unbelievable how raggedy their squad is. Let's go ahead and see who this person is running for governor to replace Gavin Newsom.
Stepping up from a contentious New Jersey gubernatorial debate last night to a now viral interview.
Yeah.
That TV interview with former Democratic Congresswoman Katie Porter, who's running for California governor.
What do you say to the 40% of California voters who you'll need in order to win, who voted for Trump?
How would I need them in order to win, man?
What do you say to the 40% of California voters who you'll need in order to win, who voted for Trump?
How would I need them in order to win, man?
Well, unless you think you're going to get 60% of the vote. Also ask the other candidates, do you think you need any of those 40% of California voters to win? And you're saying, no, you don't.
No, I'm saying I'm going to try to win every vote I can. And what I'm saying to you is that...
Now, guys, I don't know about y'all, but I detect some crazy eyes. This woman right here, you could tell she could have played, what was that movie? I think it was Kathy Bates or something like that, where Misery. Yeah, she could have played that part for real. That script probably was based off of her. She seems like an evil woman that would break your feet. Sitting back talking about, I told you not to leave. Crack.
Any for God's...
Shh, darling. Trust me.
God's sake.
It's for the best.
Any, please!
Boy, you could just see the evil nastiness oozing off of her. And I'm going, y'all can't see that? Now, this is a characteristic that really runs rampant in the Democrat Party. You got a lot of them like this. This woman just used and unleashed hers at the wrong moment. Right now, she was cruising to victory out here. Cruising to victory. And decided to go ahead and take a break and show everybody how evil and nasty she is. And it backfired on her. Plus, this is friendly fire. See, this right here is her, in competition with other Democrats. But my gut tells me, if she was the only candidate left running against a Republican, they wouldn't give her this much heat. They would overlook all of this evil like they did the guy that's running in New Jersey, wishing death on people. They're overlooking his. But for some reason, they're not overlooking hers. Maybe it's just too obvious. So let's go ahead and see if you can see all the demons leak out in her face as she's talking.
Well, to those voters, okay, so you...
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it.
So you don't think...
I feel like this is unnecessarily argumentative. What is your question?
Well, to those voters, okay, so you...
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it.
Oh, what a nasty woman. I heard she beats her husband, y'all. That's the rumor I heard. Now, when you watch this, I see, I can see that. I don't want to do this. Such arrogance. Now, she think that's strength. Yeah, but really, anybody with common sense would say that's weakness. They would say, you know what? That shows that you can't handle the pressure. And this is technically a softball interview. That question is a layup. Oh, actually, I respect everybody's differences in our state. And if they show me and give me the time, I'll show them that I'll be the governor for all Californians. Easy layup. Her? Why do I need that? Why would I need them to win? See, so she had to go ahead and show everybody, look, I'm the wicked witch, and it backfired.
Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
Every other candidate has answered.
I don't care. I don't care.
I am an investigative
I have never had to do
reporter.
this before, ever.
Yeah, because I'm privileged. I'm a woman. I think she thinks she's a minority or some sort. Yeah, and I'm a Democrat. I am flabbergasted that you would actually ask me some follow-up questions. I'm uncomfortable with this. I don't care. I don't care. Evil leaking all out of her. I mean, this woman shouldn't even be nowhere near power. You can tell right now she would be abusive if she had power. She runs her house like a dang on dictator there because the husband had to leave. You know why? Because she poured some hot stuff on top of his head. Burnt his scalp. Burnt his scalp. But now here she is trying to run for governor of California and was in the lead.
You've never had a conversation with
To end
a
an
reporter?
interview.
Okay, but every other candidate has done this.
What part of I'm me? I'm running for governor because I'm a leader.
Oh, I'm evil. She should have said that. I'm running for governor because I'm evil. Now you can see the evil eyes. She got them evil eyes. She got them crazy eyes. She got all kind of stuff going on up in there. I don't even see how she got married. And she's ugly. I ain't gonna even pure ugly on the inside and the outside. So now here she is talking about what part. You see that? That's the face of evil right there. And this is the best they could do. This is what they drug out. This woman right here was leading. Now I heard that her stock done plummeted out there in California. And either way you cut it, you're going to get a raggedy candidate in California, unfortunately. But you definitely don't want somebody like this. Even Gavin Newsom is able to kind of hide his evil side a little bit. We know it's there. But here she is. She can't even hide it.
So I'm going to make.
So you're not going to answer questions from reporters?
Look at her.
I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you.
Oh, God. That's the worst. That's the worst. So privileged, so fragile and stuff. I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you. Who says that? Who says that? An unhappy experience with you. You're not built for tough. You're not ready for war if you're talking about, I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you. Can you imagine working for this lady? But we're about to find out. We ain't got to imagine working for her because somebody else learned the hard way.
And I don't want this all on camera.
Oh, and the funny part is it ended up being on camera. And I don't want this all on camera.
No, I'm saying I'm going to try to win every vote I can. And what I'm saying to you is that.
Well, to those voters. Okay, so you.
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Okay. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
Every other candidate has answered.
I don't care.
Follow-ups.
I don't care. I want to have a pleasant, positive conversation in which you ask me about every issue on this list. And if every question you're going to make up a follow-up question, then we're never going to get there. What part of I'm me? I'm running for governor because I'm a leader. So I am going to make.
So you're not going to answer questions from reporters?
Right, and Politico has just released a video of Porter kind of tearing into a staffer during an interview she did 4 years ago. Take a listen to that.
We're going to lose more than 500,000 Californians dying prematurely.
There's that ugly face. There's that ugly mug right up in there as she's looking down, reading her lines with this softball interview. And somebody happened to walk in the back of her shot.
Air pollution and other problems, and the state could lose. Get out of my shop.
Oh.
You also were in my shop before that. Stay out of my shop. Air pollution and other problems, and the state could lose. Get out of my shop.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually incorrect. It's not that it's electric vehicles. It's that if we don't meet the commitments under the Paris Climate Accord.
Okay, it does. Okay, you also were in my shop before that.
Now you see the arrogance. See, now, these are the things the Democrats do. And they assume that, you know what? Yeah, I can do this and it'll never come back to bite me. I'll go ahead, talk to this woman just like this. I mean, how could this come back and bite me? Everybody adores Democrats. And who would ever betray me and send this video out and show everybody how nasty and evil I really am? Or they might interpret this as, if people did see it, they'll look at this as strength. They'll look at this as a woman that is assertive, has good command of the situation, knows how to get things done. But we're looking at it like this woman's crazy. This woman's crazy and evil and insensitive. I'm amazed that a lot of these Democrats even have staff members that will work for them. And you know they get the ones that's real passive and scared. Can't say, oh, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. They need those type because they're so arrogant and so nasty.
Okay, I'm going to start again.
Civil debate. Nobody, including Riley Gaines, who I disagree with strongly, should be.
What do you disagree with, out of interest?
Oh, look at this. Piers Morgan's about to go ahead and expose her. Everybody start digging now. Back down through the archives of evil. They went back through the archives of evil. Now here she is sitting on this set looking like Barney in that purple, talking about Riley Gaines for some reason.
I think that it should be up to sporting bodies to make the decisions about who and
What
how
has she
should
said?
Now see, this is the arrogance of these radical Democrats. They think they could just say things without nobody questioning them. Or saying, wait, what did you say? No, please elaborate on that. She said that with confidence. And Piers Morgan is saying, elaborate, please. And look what she does. Yeah, she don't know what to say. Here she go. She gonna go ahead and trash Riley Gaines.
including Riley Gaines, who I.
Yeah.
Get out of my shop. You also were in my shop before that. Stay out of my shop.
So nasty.
Okay, I'm going to start again.
Civil debate. Nobody, including Riley Gaines, who I disagree with strongly, should be.
What do you disagree with, out of interest?
She's like, oh, you asking me to follow? Actually, I disagree with her because she don't agree with our radical policies about transgender kids and women being violated by men in their sports. So let's go ahead and see her try to go ahead and elaborate on that.
I think that it should be up to sporting bodies to make the decisions about who and
What
how
has she
should
said that's
compete.
actually wrong?
I think that what she has done is try to turn this. We talked about people, using things to kind of get likes and get clicks.
Yeah, you see that? That's all it took to blow her up right there. What did she say was wrong? She still ain't addressed that. Now, that goes to show how she would fare in a debate if anybody actually pushed her, asked her some questions. Yeah, all that virtue signaling. People out there saying bad things. Well, what did she say was wrong? I think that she was doing things to get clicks and that ain't got nothing to do with what she said. See, now you're going to go ahead and bring in another issue that has nothing to do with it.
Clicks.
That's not what she's doing.
It's not?
I've got no truck for right against personally, but all I've seen her do is stand up for women's rights to fairness and equality.
But she had,
Ooh, unlike you, Barney, right there, who's okay with women being violated because you're a raggedy behind candidate Democrat.
She actually competed against Leah Thomas, and it was obviously unfair. Leah Thomas won one of the races in the NCAA championships by 50 seconds.
50 seconds. But remember, y'all, ain't no difference between men and women. So Leah Thomas was up in the hot dog stands eating snacks while the other girls were still in the pool finishing. Yeah, he was in the shower getting ready for the interview afterwards, and they're just coming out the pool. 50 seconds is an eternity on that level. I could see if this was like the kindergartens, all right, this is a baby swimming, all right, one kid is just special. That distance only exists when you're looking at the lower levels of athleticism. But the higher you go, those distances close. That's like those dudes that were up there smoking all those girls in the 100-yard dash by 3 and 4 seconds, which is an eternity in a 100-yard dash. If I would have ever gotten beaten by 3 seconds in a 100-yard dash, I would have never ran track again. Never ran track again. You hear numbers in track like man, I ran a 10.8. Man, dude, what did you run? A 10.6. Man, you smoked that dude. 10.8 and a 10.6, just like that. And people still say, man, that's a huge difference. Versus, man, I ran a 10.8. What did you run? A 13 flat? What? How did you make it to the Olympics? And you running a 13. So here she is, has to, explain that rationale, that logic. How do you explain how that man was able to beat these girls by 10 whole seconds? Unbelievable. No, it might have been more than that. How many was it? Let's see.
Obviously unfair. Leah Thomas won one of the races in the NCAA championships by 50 seconds.
50 seconds. Think about that, guys. 10 seconds is bad. That means I got time to get out the pool and get my towel with 10 seconds before you finish. And he won by 50 seconds.
against a bunch of biological females who simply couldn't keep up. That cannot be right. It cannot be fair.
That is something.
That is something. That is something. Now you see what they were about to get? Stupidity. Democrat politicians overlook all that logic. Piers Morgan, all he did was brought out the logic. He brought out an example of how do you support that? What makes Riley wrong? I mean, you can't see why she's out there defending what you should be defending, you raggedy Democrat. See, so because y'all got that split tone, on one end, women's rights, and the only time they ever talk about women's rights is when it comes down to abortion. Isn't that odd? Women's reproductive rights. Other than that, you ain't got no rights as a woman, because we'll let the men go ahead and jump in anything y'all are a part of, long as they say they're a woman. That's the key. They got to say they're a woman. And then we'll let them have their way with you guys. So now, here she is again. And this is another example of how evil she is. Now look at this nasty thing walking. She looks just evil, horrible, man. Look like she's hot and uncomfortable, like her feet hurt, like her ankles are swollen, like she's retaining water. Look at her, watch this.
Blocking the Brooklyn Bridge, burned the American flag, and chanted death to America. Do you condemn this type of rhetoric?
We've got to get her onto her next event here.
Are you okay
And
with
you hear her gentle, the staffer. We got to get her to her next event there. I'm scared of her too. Please help me, someone. Okay, help me first of all by putting some bass in my voice. So now, this tall, slingy dude walking behind her is trying to run interference for her. And her big nasty tail is wobbling away and ain't even responding.
with people burning the American flag?
If you'd like to follow up with us,
Are you okay with people chanting death to America?
She just looks nasty.
She's walking.
Congresswoman Porter, are you okay with people chanting death to America?
Of course I am, you peasant. I hate America too. See, isn't that odd? I mean, these are basic questions that Democrats should be able to respond and say, absolutely, that's horrible. I'm a patriot. I love my country. Yeah, but they can't do it because, see, their base is radical, and most of the time they agree with their base. See, so now you got to keep wobbling across that parking lot while your very gentle servant is trying to run interference for you.
Is it okay? Do you not have a problem with it?
Happy to reach out here.
Happy to reach out there.
I saw this as a professor.
You hear?
Happy to reach. That guy right there was so passive and gentle.
I know she probably drags him around like a slave. She probably beat that dude when they got in there. Why didn't you go ahead and subdue that reporter?
Well, I didn't think it was appropriate.
What do you mean you didn't think it was appropriate? Huh? Yeah, so now here she is. Ain't even thinking before she says something. And this goes to show just how nasty these Democrats are. Back when Trump won, here's the priority for the Democrats. And she ain't gonna stop and think about how this sounds when it comes out.
Or certainly, female professors, particularly women of color, get much worse teaching evaluations.
Yes.
And even when all the professional evaluations are the same. And so we see this again and again. Lots of the so-called bad bosses are women and disproportionately.
No, you're one of the bad bosses. Yeah, you're one of the bad bosses. It's easy to see that. It's all over you. You can't cover it up with that pink moo-moo. You can't do that. I see right through that pinkness, that pink panther. So here she is.
People of color, I think it's really unfortunate because those are the very voices we need more of in our government.
Always some victimization. This is what you would get constantly if you're voting a Democrat. Never talking about equality, never talking about opportunities and stuff like that. No, always have to talk about marginalized people, and particularly people of color, indigenous people. We're sitting on stolen land, and we never have the same opportunity. And I'm gonna, but yet you eviled your way all the way up into this position. How did you, evil, that's what it is. You use all that evil to get yourself up there only to talk about how hard it is for women.